Hello, everyone, and welcome to PRConnectionsRadio.com, the voice of new media. My name is Guy Dawson, and I am your host. And I am here with a very good friend of mine, someone who I've known for many years. This is a woman who has given me a lot of deep belly laughs. When there's different levels of laughing, as we all know. Sometimes we have that mild little laugh. But when you spend time with Cozy, you don't have those mild little laughs. You have deep, deep belly laughs. And I wanted to bring her on today to talk about her incredible platform, her humor, and welcome Cozy Stone, a good friend of mine, a comedian, an educator, and a very wise woman to the PR Connections radio show.
Well, thank you, Mr. Guy Dawson. I am very honored to be one of your many guests.
And Cozy and I,
thank you for all the compliments.
Yeah, Cozy and I know each other from the networking community. And I remember back when I first met you, Cozy, back in the early 2000s, well, it was probably maybe 2010 or 11 or many, many years ago. We met through networking, and then you were really at that time very active in doing these comedy shows here in town. Give us some insight into your background as a comedian.
That's interesting. Good question. I didn't know I had a background as a comedian until people kept asking me if I was a comedian. It's like, no, I'm just silly. I came here, I started doing comedy in Los Angeles, I believe, in maybe 2002. Enjoyed it. The very first show, they made me the headliner over Jay Leno's writer. He wasn't happy, and I didn't know better, but I had 40 friends in the audience, the business aspect of comedy. So when I got there first, so I thought they'd bring me on. My friends had to go to work the next day. They hear my act and we leave. Well, that's not the way comedy works. You cannot let 40 people walk out of a place where you need them to buy food and drinks, right? So when he said to me, oh no, I have to put you on last. Look at all these people. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching the other comedians, my fellow comedians, laugh. You know, your friends think you're funny, but strangers will tell you what they think, and they were loving it. Well, consequently, I left LA, I came here, and I started appearing in the open mics around town. One of the places that I would frequent, if you were going to be on the week coming, he wanted you in the audience, and then I figured that out. He needed, and I've learned this since my last show last week, cheeks in seats, right? So we comedians for the week coming up gave him an audience. Well, one of the things that he would say to us after the show was over, and he'd make sure we're there so we get to come on the next week, the coming week, is gather around me and kiss my butt. But he said, but that didn't work for me. It ticked me off. Really? A buddy of mine who I just lost about 6 months ago, I told her, I said, I don't like that. She said, why don't you get your own show? Never, ever would have thought about it. Why don't you do comedy? Why don't you get your own show? I went out one Sunday to perform, and I was telling a woman, her name was Amy, about this conversation. And she says, you know, there's a guy named Tommy Rocker that has a spot, and he's got a stage. And I know throughout the years, he's had comedians in and out of his restaurant. I don't know what a Tommy Rocker is. Got in touch with him. There's something happened in between that, but it doesn't matter. He finally got in touch with me. He was going to Australia. Why don't you go to my place, check it out, see what you think. And I come back, we'll talk. Well, I like the crowd. I like the neighborhood of it. One guy called it his favorite haunt. And I liked the way that sounded. His staff was wonderful. 11 years later, I've got Cozy's Comedy Corner. The other thing about the first location when I was here, they only gave you maybe 3, maybe 5 minutes. Well, that's not enough time to let somebody know or for you to get started. So what I did is I said to the comedians, I'll give you as much time as you want. If you've got not 30 minutes, but if you've got 20 minutes, you've got 10 minutes of funny. And of course, you can put cheeks in seats. I'll give you all the time you want it. Well, the word got out. This woman gives up more than 2 minutes. She gives up more than 2 minutes. She gives up more than 2 minutes. 11 years later, and more than 100 comedians, Cozy's Comedy Corner existed. It's a lot of fun. A lot of the comedians right now are doing very well. They took the ball and ran with it. There were those who found out they couldn't write more than one act. That was okay also. Um, it was just a lot of fun. Something else, you say, how did I get involved with comedy? Comedy got involved with me. I am, as I said, I'm very quick-witted. I love the English language. I majored in English in college. I see words as pictures. That also allows me to be a great communicator. Pretty much when I'm speaking, you can see it. I didn't realize I was painting pictures. Cozy's Comedy Corner. Recession hit. I moved to Denver. I actually had 2 shows there. The first one didn't do as well. It was not in a very good area, and they didn't have any money to promote it. The second one did well, but it was in another haunt in a neighborhood, and these customers wanted nothing to do with comedy. But the crowd was growing every week, and I'm thinking maybe the owner would say, look, I've got a new crowd. These people, again, buying drinks, eating food. But in her understanding her as a businesswoman, lady, I've already got cheeks on seats. My bar stool is packed every day. And so I didn't stay there. Then Tommy Rocker brought me back here. So now I'm coming back once a month from Denver, doing comedy, putting new comedians on, some that had worked with me before. And now I just want to do comedy on my own. I just finished, as you know, my first one-woman comedy show, Cozy Stone, Happy and Grateful. I think I'm going to stick with the name. I am happy. I am grateful. It was successful. It was very successful at the West Las Vegas Library Theater. I cannot be more happy and pleased. So from this day forward, I'm going to let the world know I exist. I love making people laugh, and I seem to be a little good at it.
Yes, that's one of the things, Cozy, is when we get together and we've had, some great lunches where, we've just been friends for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see it in you. When I start laughing, when you say something crazy and I start laughing, I can just see the joy in your face. It's obvious that you truly enjoy making someone have that belly laugh that I was talking about before. Do you feel that that's an important thing for a comedian, is to really enjoy hearing people laugh at what you say?
Well, there's a saying about comedians, and I heard it years ago when I was at Tommy Rocker's, of comedians aren't really, quote unquote, the healthiest people. They've got all kind of issues. Well, whoever's listening, I don't have any issues. I am not what you call your average comedian. I'm a happy person. I'm a very loved person. I don't give a hoot if you like me or not. It's nice and I respect it, but my life does not stop if you don't. I love, for whatever moment of time that I have someone or I'm able to make someone laugh, I know in their heart that what's going on in their life at that moment is not an issue. So, as I said, I'm just silly. I think it's one of the best compliments anyone could ever give me when they tell me I'm silly. That's when they've been around me enough. I'm a serious person. Everybody can tell you she's very serious. I love to laugh. And yes, from the bottom of my heart, I enjoy making people laugh. But the other part of it is somehow I've been also blessed with not just making people laugh, but making people think. And therein lies my Cozyisms, which can be purchased on Amazon. The art of paying attention are the first rule in life. I think technology has taken away some of that natural brain activity that we had at one point in our lives. The video, so you get a carpal tunnel and this sort of shuts down a little bit. I make people think. Oh, I never thought about that before. Oh, I didn't look at it in that regard. Well, let me give you something to think about. So if I can help, and guide people to use that wonderful thing inside our heads and laugh. Oh my gosh, that's just that's victory at its best. So I do enjoy, and I don't get off stage and then I want to cut my wrist or get off stage and I'm this sad person that feels insecure about herself. I feel really good about myself.
You talked before about also liking to tell stories, Cozy, and peppering that humor with messages. And I always enjoy hearing these stories that you tell about your past growing up in New York and your brothers and just your life. I mean, you've had quite a life and many of the experiences that you've had. Storytelling, has that always been something that you've enjoyed?
Well, again, I did not even realize until recently. And a lot recently, I've heard people say to me about being a great storyteller. And I said, am I a storyteller? I didn't know I was telling stories. Again, I feel very blessed, happy, and grateful to just for the wonderful people, places, things, my aspirations, my drive. I just enjoy watching things happen. I enjoy making my life. Let me put it in the context it deserves to be. When you're open, which I think I'm pretty open. In fact, I know I'm open because anybody tells me everything and anything. I don't even have to ask them. They become stories. Some of them are mine. Some of those are, you just talk to someone. I'll give you an example. I'm in the New Orleans one night, just walking through. For whatever reason, this woman started talking to me. Of course, it was years ago. I don't remember how the context came up. And she started telling me about how large her son's feet are. Right? I kid you not. Why is this conversation coming to me? So I said to her, I said, well, man, let me ask you a question. Is the father of your child basketball size guy? Did you think he was going to have a size 4 foot? Because her complaint was, I can't afford to put feet. Well, you should have afforded a condom. Then you wouldn't worry about putting size 14 feet a shoe on a 14-year-old. Did you not think? You didn't think. There we go. Did you not give this any kind of consideration? Not only are his feet going to be big, his hands are going to be big. I mean, I can't imagine being a parent having had to feed Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, wow. That is a big human being.
Come on. You bring home this probably an 18-pound kid anyway. Well, he's already a size 2. Now, parents talk about feeding kids and putting clothes on them and buying a clothes larger. I mean, what do you put on a 14 or a 4-year-old? That's a big man. But my joke and my point is, lady, you had a baby with a football giant guy and you're complaining about his shoes. Did you know how you were going to put shoes on him in case he didn't? Nope. Condom. Back to condoms, people. Wear some damn condoms. Really, it's too late to think about the kid's size shoe if he's already here and you're broke. That's they go together. So, and these are just things. And I got honestly on any given day, trying to think if somebody told me something today. People will say things to me, and all I have to believe, and like I said, you've known me now for a while. I think I've got an honest face. I do have an open heart. I really do. So people are comfortable telling me stuff that I just say, why are they telling me? And they don't know I do comedy, so I will be talking about you on, as opposed to people who know I do comedy. And what do they always say? You're going to use this in my act. I said, that wasn't funny. I ain't using nothing in my act. That wasn't funny. And if you think it's funny, then you need to go on stage and tell that story. So now they think they're giving you material. I said, no, let me tell you something about material. I use your joke. You're going to come after me for money. I'm using nothing. You tell me. My stories are just that. They're my stories. My show, I talked about the devil and angel in my life. My mom, the angel, my brother, total devil. And how the two of them helped form my strength of character. One thought he wasn't going to respect me. The other one couldn't love me enough. Well, this one got help. My brother. It took me all these years to realize the credit he deserves by being a pretty disrespectful individual as far as I was concerned as a little girl. It's like, you're not better than me. You just have different organs, but otherwise I got you. We're equal. I'm equal.
Yeah, the cozyisms. Cozy. That was a classic example of the cozyisms when you were just telling that story. And then again, I have the book, so I've read. I've experienced the cozyisms, but also, as she mentioned, she has a wonderful book in which she shares all of these some of these insights into life. And along Cozy, I think that one of the things that I do want to share with the audience is where Cozy talks about the fact that she is not the unhappy type of a person. You're right. There are many people who become comics because they've had deep pain. I know Richard Pryor talked a lot about all the pain that he had growing up, and the circumstances that he grew up under made him want to become a comedian because he wanted to channel it in a different direction. But my experience of Cozy is that she is really an inspirational person who just uses comedy as a way to connect with people on another level. Would you say that that's accurate about you?
I would say that's absolutely accurate. I am infused with love, infused with family and friends who really sincerely love me, appreciate me. So I'm never looking for love in all the wrong places. Which most people are. Oh, love me. Oh, but the 14 size shoe. He probably told her he loved her. No condom. She bought the bull. Now she can't afford to put shoes on a kid that she should have used condoms on. I feel blessed. Honestly, I know I'm blessed. I don't feel blessed. I am blessed. And growing up, I watched my family. My cousins loved me. I have an aunt who couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, but it's okay. My friends, I can remember from kindergarten to college, I always had a bunch of friends. I've always had people who cared about me. Maybe because I was funny. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe because I made them laugh. One of the compliments before my mom passed, I was living in Los Angeles. She lived in New York City. And she called me one day and I picked up the phone and she said, "Make me laugh." Make you laugh? I said, "Ma, do you think I'm funny?" She said, "I think you're one of the funniest people I know." She could have told me that at 13. We could have been somewhere between now and then. But that wasn't what parents in my generation did. Everybody didn't have Steven Spielberg's mother. Steven Spielberg's mother let him destroy her entire house. Thank God for her. He recognized these talents, and he took part of her toaster and her phone. And, when I read that, I thought it was such a wonderful story. When parents, especially impoverished parents, are trying to feed you, they really don't have time to come out to your track meets. I was a hell of a runner. They don't have time to come to your plays. I get in plays. They just didn't know that they've got all this talent. I think more parents today do. But when I was growing up, so it took her to, I guess I was probably early 30s to tell me that she thinks I'm the funniest person she knows. Now, this is a woman who called me a few names when I was growing up. She didn't think I was funny then. Now she tells me, "I think you're one of the funniest people I know." That is one of the many highest compliments I could have ever been paid, for her to call me and tell me, "Make me laugh." Okay. I had a lady last week and she'd lost 3 friends. She's in her 80s. And she told me she sounded sad. And so we started talking, and all of a sudden she's just coming through the phone. I said to her, "The next time you feel like this, call me. I promise you I can make you laugh." It's its own high, creating a good feeling for other people. How could you go wrong giving of yourself, but not giving of yourself, giving to other people, to just make another individual feel good for whatever moments that you can. They get off the phone, maybe they take it with them. But even if they don't, those moments when I'm watching their faces and watching their delight on their face, and like you said, the belly laughs that people, it just makes me feel good. Someone asked me, well, what do you get out of it? What do I want out of it? I'm good. I'm not doing it for a reason. I'm doing it because this is one of the gifts that he gave me.
It definitely is a gift that you have, Cozy. And one of the reasons why we had Cozy stop by the show today is we are potentially developing a podcast for her, and it's going to be called Cozy Up and Pay Attention. And Cozy, what could people expect from a podcast with you? What types of things are you going to talk about?
Well, I would like to help friends, people I care about, if I can have them on and tell the world or in the area they live in about their business, help them grow. I would love to talk about being kind and happy and grateful. I would probably want to talk about sex because it is one of my favorite topics. Condoms, I believe in them. I have no kids. There's a reason behind that. I know how to put them on. We can even practice with a banana if they need that. Because I didn't know that people don't know how to put on condoms. Oh, they break. They only break because you put it on too tight. You didn't understand that you're supposed to leave a little bit at the end so the reservoir goes in there. You don't even know how to. I would love to talk to share with women their worth as a human being who just so happens to be feminine. I love men. Let me say it at the top of my lungs. I love men. I don't bash them. I couldn't be who I am without my male friends, my male cousins, the men who have been in my life that, again, just saw what I had and said, come on, let me help you do something else. Really? Mm-hmm. Again, it's back to people. But when I watch, just being observant, the first rule of life is paying attention. I said, what don't they get? What don't people get about just feeling good about yourself? All right, so I play pickleball. It's the first time I'm ever playing, quote unquote, a team sport. And it's not a team sport. You can play with someone else. And what I'm learning, more than 4 months now, and I've known it, but now I'm living it, is individuals' competitive nature. I get it, but again, I'm not that person. You can beat me 10 out of 11 games, 11 out of 10 games. I don't care. My question is, did I play my best and was my 10th game better than my first game? So I'm meeting people who need to win. Well, it doesn't pay any money. They paying me, I'm not taking it that serious. But that does not mean that I don't respect those, let me put it the way it is, who are missing something else in their life. And this is what they're standing on. This is their platform right now. I need to feel better than you. Well, take a number because that's not going to happen. Not for me. You're never going to be better than me. I'm the only one that can be better than me. So when we as a people, and we know, I mean, the broadcast and media puts it out there, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. It just breaks my heart that so many people fall for being put in competition with someone else. Because even if you're on a basketball team, you play with the Lakers or the Warriors. When you get on that, when you put that suit on, when you put that uniform on, when you sit on that bench, they like to think, the management, they gave you that uniform for one reason only. You're going to play your best for our team. Does that mean you win every game? No. But did you give your all? Did they give you those millions of dollars to play your best? At the end of the day, that should be the measurement. But I think insecurity brings out, but I need to be better. You're going to spend a whole lifetime being a nobody trying to be better than somebody. There's a cozyism. See how that happens? It just flows. It's true. So I don't really have competitors. I'm sure I do, but that's on them. It's not on me. You can't be better than me. I'm the only person that can be better than me. Do you understand the difference?
You know, competing with yourself
That's
rather than competing against. And I think that that is a really an admirable thing, Cozy. When it all comes down to it, isn't that what we're really doing? I mean, we're all just be trying to be the best that we can be. That's where I think true self-esteem and power comes from. It's not, but beating someone else is not where you really get your grit or uh your self-esteem. It's
Mhm.
really in knowing that you did the very best that you could do. To me, that's what exemplifies competition. It's personal competition.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, and I've been in competitive situations and never even dawned on me that I was they were competing against me. I don't give a hoot. So I got into sales. I was a legal secretary for 12 years, did a great job, enjoyed it. And then again, someone says, why don't you get in sales? Oh, hell. All right. So here I go getting in sales. Well, I go into an office with a lot of USC, UCLA grads. So we're talking about the best of the best and the elite of the elite who think their stuff don't stink. Okay. I was a bit intimidated when I first got hired. I'd never been around people who seemed to display no kind of respect for me. Are you kidding me? And then we had what I call the Ouija board. Every sale, every day had to be put on board. Nobody gets to lie. I like that. All I had to do was put up the numbers. I didn't know whether I could sell, but let's try this out. Ah, 40 years later, salesperson,
Mhm.
competition, um, contest, competition, call it what you want. They had plane tickets. They had, at that time, phones, whatever. I just wanted to win whatever the prize was, especially if it was a hotel. I love hotels, right? I love hotel rooms. I can live in a hotel. But whatever it was, did it motivate me a little more? Sure, it did. And I won contests from the first week I was on that job until I left it. Every job, if you want, you really want to see me go, give me something I can win. And I'm like a dog with a bone. Oh, I'm going to win that. Oh, I'm going to win it because I know I can. Now, did I win all the time? Heck no. Still didn't make me feel bad because here's the other part of having a contest, especially with a sales team. You'd like to think, and we loved our manager, so we did it for him. We wanted to be the best office. At the end of the competition or pay period, everyone should have made a whole lot of money. We all win. So now, if you want me to be excited about whatever your monthly nut is, I don't have those kind of expenses. I only have to pay my nut. I learned that word in sales, my monthly nut. I didn't have a big monthly nut. I don't have a monthly. I don't need a large monthly nut. I'm a single person. I don't need to own brand name stuff. My car will be right behind yours. You went 140 miles an hour. I got there at 45. I'll be there in a minute. I don't care. I don't care about jewelry. I don't care about, I don't know. I just don't put a lot of value on stuff. I put more values on people, a lot of value on people. I put a lot of value on caring about people. And fortunately, I do. I really do uh, like people. And I say it because I told a buddy years ago, whatever's going on in my life, and I said to him, I said, I don't think I like people. And he started laughing. What are you laughing at? He said, Cozy, you couldn't dislike people if you wanted to. Really? He said, you really like people. He said, me? I don't like people. But you? He did. He said, I don't like people. What's not to like? In between the idiots or the mean people are wonderful people, are kind people, are loving people. And I believe innately human beings really like helping other individuals. And we know there's a percentage. That's why they make these prisons. We know they're there. But you can walk up to a stranger almost and say, I need to get across town. We've got the homeless. You go over and give them $1. Now, They're going to go buy alcohol, but that's not your business. So don't give them $10. Right? But people innately, I believe, like to help. And if they don't, I do. It doesn't take anything away from me to be kind, to make somebody laugh, to give of myself. I know better than to give all of myself, but I give enough that I can make a difference in someone's life for them to say, wow, look at what this stranger did for me today if I never see her again. It just comes, I think it comes easy when you're a loved person. I believe, again, I do not know all the answers. I'm not going to pretend I do. I know the answers as they pertain to me. And I'm very blessed. I say it again and again and again. And the older I get, I'm somewhat overwhelmed with the love and the friendships that I have developed all these years. I get misty-eyed thinking, wow, look at all these folks that you can depend on, that when I needed it, and I did, we all run into life. And when life bowled me over and rolled me over, I didn't have a clue. And these same people came along and said, I'm going to help you out because you deserve it. I'm going to help you out because I know you would do it for me. That's the answer. Would I do it for you? I surely would.
Well, I greatly appreciate you bringing the vibration of love to the PR Connections radio show today, Cozy. And for those out there who want to learn more about you, maybe buy your book or want to come and watch you perform or any other purpose for connecting with you, how can they get a hold of you?
Well, you and I are going to, I guess, give me a channel for here. For my books, you go to Amazon and you can search Cozyisms, COYISMS. And then the books will come in. Will come up. I will eventually probably do maybe 3 more, maybe, who knows? I'm going to do a series. But right now, I want to get some traction out of the 2 that I have. I want to also, whomever is listening, I'm looking for more artists. So go to the book, go to Amazon, buy the book, look and see what I do, and I can put your art in my book for no other reason than why not? Let's get you some exposure. The 2 artists that are in my book had never had their art in a book. And they would just, and you get all the sales from your art, by the way. I only want sales from my book. So if I get to promote you or help people see your work under my name, why not? Your name is still on Amazon. You'll get all the credit you deserve. We'll have you on. We'll talk to you as well. How did you get started? What made you the artist that you are? What are you hoping to achieve? It's a hand wash. We have to figure out in this world how we can all help one another. The deal is finding those who really mean it. I have no time for BS, and I'll smell it before I see it. That's my New York skills. I know BS when it walks towards me. Don't even open your mouth. So and then comedy-wise, I am not going to brag right now. I've got 3 venues that I'm getting ready to call here in the city. I will be calling venues in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. I want to take the proverbial, take my act on the road, talking about being happy and being grateful. And I think they both speak to the man upstairs. He does play a part in my life. And that's personal. That's each and every person. They have whomever it is they believe in or the higher power they give credit to or not. I do have someone that, there's an expression, God takes care of babies and fools. I'm not real sure which one I am, but he has managed to just take good care of me, make me happy, and make me grateful. Do you have any other questions, darling?
I don't, but I'm looking forward again to displaying more of your talents on the Cozy Up and Pay Attention show here at prconnectionsradio.com. And for those of you who are regular listeners and watch our shows, Cozy, we're going to put her show together, and we're looking forward to getting those Cozyisms out there. You're going to have lots of belly laughs, and you're also going to be be thinking. And that's quite a combination that you have there, Cozy. And again, thank you for sharing your wonderful gifts with all of us.
Well, here's a suggestion for any and everyone who may see this today. If you have a topic that you'd like to discuss with me, anything that's, we don't want to get too heavy and make people cry, but something that maybe you just thought about it and say, wow, let's see what she thinks. How's that? My answers are not to be written in stone, Cozy Stone, but there's something that'll make you say, never thought about it like that. That's all I do, is make you think another way to get it done. So maybe we can have some people call in or send you in some topics that they would love to discuss on the show with me. And I will start searching around and asking my many contacts, would you like my pickleball? Got to have a pickleball person on here. Oh my God, we got to promote pickleball. Except I don't know if I want all my courts taken when it's time for me to play. See, now I'm having a selfish moment. But it's okay. I'll get out there earlier. If I got to play at 4 a.m., I'll play at 4 a.m. It's okay.
Well, thanks again for stopping by, Cozy, and for all of those out there. Again, stay tuned for Cozy Up and Pay Attention, a new podcast on our network that's going to be coming very soon. And please, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up on Facebook. Subscribe to our network. We want to be able to offer these quality shows and more of these quality shows to all of you out there. We know that YouTube likes you to thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, and subscribe. And again, stay tuned for more shows here at prconnectionsradio.com, the voice of new media. We've got a lot of big things in the works, and we want you all to be a part of it. Talk to you soon. See you on the next show.
All right. Thank you very much for having me. And we'll
Thank
make
you
this
for stopping by again, Cozy.
Have a good afternoon.